Liam, a big welcome to Crawley. How happy are you to get the deal over the line?
Yeah, thank you for the welcome. Yeah, really delighted. Yeah, it's nice to get it done sort of before pre-season, and yeah, just excited to get going.
What was it that attracted you to the club? Obviously, I'm sure you've had chats with the gaffer so far, but what was it that really drew you to sign with Crawley?
Yeah, the gaffer was obviously a big reason. Speaking to him throughout the off-season, and sort of knowing him from his time at obviously Swindon, the way his Swindon team played is obviously a way that I like to play. And yeah, it was just how he sort of seen me fitting into his team, and yeah, I thought it was just a really good match.
Yeah, we had spoke to the gaffer earlier on, and he had said that you'd actually trialled with him for a little bit while he was at Swindon, and if it was up to him, he would have perhaps signed you. So it must be pleasing to know that you've already had that relationship sort of built with the gaffer, and he's going to sort of just help you adapt to the new surroundings, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to sort of know the gaffer wants you at a club, and yeah, I think he obviously sees something in me that he likes. So yeah, it's a really positive, and yeah, that's all you really want as a player, is sort of a manager that sort of will chuck you out there and he trusts you, and he sort of will let you play how you want to play. And yeah, so I'm going to be excited.
Yeah, and obviously pre-season starts on Monday. You're going to be thrown straight into the start of it. You are our first signing of the window. I can imagine you're absolutely buzzing to sort of meet the lads. Is there anyone you've had a crossover with at all?
Yeah, it'll be exciting, pre-season. Had a good summer. Sort of at that point now where we've had sort of 6 weeks off and you sort of want to get back to it. So yeah, it'll be exciting. And yeah, luckily I sort of know Dion and Ben, so it's nice to come into a working environment where you know a few faces. But yeah, it'll be exciting to get to know the rest of the lads and sort of bed into the group.
Yeah, obviously you spent last season at Rochdale. It was a tricky season for them. How much experience did you gain in that sort of period? Obviously we weren't in too much of a similar position, so how much of that experience do you think you can take into your time at Crawley? Yeah,
100%. You sometimes learn more from sort of them experiences. Obviously not great experiences, but you can learn from them a lot. Take a lot away from it in terms of personal performances and the level that you have to be at this league, at a consistent level to sort of stay above that relegation zone. And yeah, so hopefully I can sort of use my experiences, which was obviously not great. But obviously a lot of these lads here will obviously had not a great feeling throughout the sort of a long period of the season, but obviously at the end they got past it. So yeah, I think me personally and sort of the rest of the group will want to sort of have a better sort of feeling throughout the season. So I think everyone will be on the same page and sort of look to really have a positive sort of start to the season, especially.
I think if people would search your name, as they will once they see who signed you, the thing that would probably stick out on your Wikipedia page is probably a move to Holland to play with Feyenoord. But when you look deeper into that, you've got over 200 EFL experiences, haven't you? So, you could say the phrase "being around the block" in the EFL is always sort of thrown around. But how much of a positive move do you see as this for you to obviously just get yourself another permanent club in the EFL after it was unfortunate that Rochdale got relegated last year?
Yeah, like you said, I've sort of played at every level, and then obviously the experience over to Holland, which for me on a personal level wasn't great, but again, being over there at sort of the top level of European football, you sort of learn from that and you see day to day what it's like to be at that level and have to stay at that level in a way. And obviously at the time I wasn't good enough to stay there, so I've come back to England and yeah, obviously played in League Two now for 2 years. So yeah, again, sort of when you leave a club and you're sort of out of contract in a way, it's always sort of a nervous time. But like you said, it's nice to sort of have a permanent home for another few years with a manager and a club that obviously want to play the right way and fit into my style. So yeah, I'm just really excited, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good couple of years, or especially good year, first year, yeah.
Yeah, and just touch on that, you said about your style for the fans that may perhaps have not have seen you. Could you sort of explain what type of midfielder you are?
Yeah, sort of a ball-playing midfielder. Like to sort of get it from the back and help build a team up the pitch. But first and foremost, always be one of the hardest workers in the team. And sort of, I guess I have my style, but whatever the gaffer wants, I'll sort of try and do my best in the way he wants me to play as well. So it's sort of hopefully it'll be a good balance of what I can bring, what the gaffer wants me to do, and yeah, what I can fit into as a team style as well, which will hopefully help.
Yeah, and we always speak to the gaffer and he says that this is a tough place to come. I'm sure you would have seen that when you've played here before. How much are you looking forward to getting out there and meeting the fans as a Crawley player for the first time?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I sort of played here towards the end of last season when, yeah, at the time it was sort of a big game. And yeah, the crowd get right behind the boys. So it's going to be nice to sort of be on the other end of that and them cheering us on. And yeah, like you said, fans are a massive part of football, and especially at home, you know, the way they can drive a team on. And yeah, I'm just excited to get out there in front of them and start playing, yeah.
Liam, a big welcome to Crawley.
Thank you very much. Thank you.